Every day, it inches closer or further and further away from my hand. The stupid Stream Deck. There we go. That's better. Alright, let me get things set up here. I think Man, I actually have the music turned down further from where it was. Hold up. Bring it back up just a hair. Because I noticed in clips, like, you can't hear it at all. I mean, it's there. But, you know, I'm sad because I really wish that there was an easy way to license music. There's a couple music creators out there that I wanted to reach out to and just be like, hey, I like your shit. You know, would you guys be willing to grant us license for it? Would you want us to pay for it? Would you be willing to support the cause and not charge us an arm and a leg? Because that shit can get expensive fast. And they want metrics. Oh, how many people have listened to it, potentially, because that can influence the cost and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, put my phone on silent. So, how's everyone's day, first and foremost? That's the important stuff. Let me bigulate the screen, too. Hell yeah, there we go. Alright. Get a sip of cran apple. Because cran apple is 10 out of 10. Oh, you know what? Fuck, hold up. Let me let my old school cyber club know that I'm doing NCL stuff. So you're doing spell. Alright. Is there anyone watching who wants to go over something specific? If not, I might just kind of start from the top and go down with not getting started, but starting with like OSINT or something like that. Because fuck it, why not, right? Who the fuck is trying to add me on LinkedIn? Some random dude. Okay. What do I know? Justice Dan thing so I can still see messages. There we go. What cert are you going for? Actually, there we go. Right now I'm going for stupid CISSP, just because there's budget available for me to do it at work, so I figured why not check that box, because people seem to put a lot into it. I mean, I think it's a good cert management wise, but I don't want to do management, but people like it, so whatever. So I'm doing that, CRTO, and then, which CRTO is just I haven't been putting any time and effort into it despite needing to, and then I've got a voucher for CPTS that I have to do by like March, I think, so I've got time for that. Anyway, so we'll dive into this here. Let me see what you're typing out. I sound like some music from SpongeBob. Anyway, so the OSINT stuff is pretty easy. During the challenge, you might come across some stuff that is a lot harder. And if you hear anyone in the NCL community talk about tree flashbacks, there was a challenge related to finding a tree in New York. That's all I'll say. It's very, very fun. You don't have any free time doing all that. It's good though. Yeah, I mean, The CRTO stuff won't be hard because it's similar to the Sec 565 class I did, and then CPTS. I mean, with my rank on Hack the Box, I don't think I'll have too much trouble with it. I just need to go through the modules and find the time to do it. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather be busy than bored. Yeah, that's not too bad. So let's roll through the OSINT stuff here. Yeah, like this stuff. Truthfully, I think once you get the feel for it, it's not too difficult. Oh, my tac box wallpaper changed and it freaked me out for a second there. So, first question here: what type of DNS record holds the DNSSEC public signing key? So, one super good resource for public signing key DNS record. One really good resource for this stuff is, or anything DNS related, is Cloudflare. They've generally got good little articles about, what does what. So, what's the DNS record that holds a DNS sign or public signing key, and that's going to be DNS key. Holds the thing, the private key. I'm sorry, the public key. And the whole point of it is to basically cryptographically validate that DNS records are what they should be. So it's a great way to prevent some sorts of attacks. It's a very big brain move. Not a lot of people use it though, because I don't know why. It's good. Next question is, the chat is ready to display messages. Indeed it is. Type of DNS record is used to map host names to IPv6 addresses. It's quad A. I mean, again, for the sake of the challenge, you could just take it and just stick it in there. But A records are going to be IPv4. Quad A are going to be IPv6. This is a record. Why is it quad A as opposed to like double A? I don't know. I think it has something to do with something. I'm sure it is. There's a reason. I had an idea about something about the bits, and then my head was just like, no, you're not going to be able to complete that thought. The AI overview is one of the best things Google released. I don't know about that. I've seen it spit out some just objectively wrong information before, so I don't really rely on it. I think it's like in this scenario, it's entirely correct, and it kind of cites some sources here, which is great. Hello, Kakzu. Random, but one of the problems is a lot of people who don't know as much foundational knowledge, and there was actually someone, I think, in the Hack the Box Discord. No, it was in the Hack 5 Discord today. I was talking about using AI to learn, and I'm like, the only time you should be using AI to learn fucking anything is if you know enough to know when it's spitting out bullshit. And if someone is saying, "Oh, I'm using this to learn," just like point blank, I'm like, you probably don't know enough to know when it's spitting out bullshit. And don't confidently say or spit bullshit out. But it is great to get, if you know enough to get sort of cursory information on something, or maybe some search terms to pursue, that sort of stuff. But yeah, a lot of these questions you can just stick into Google and find out. What type of DNS record is used to delegate a DNS zone? When you think about the actual, and yes, learn DNS. It is incredibly important. It's a foundation for internet. So this is a really good question too. So when you register a domain name, say I have like wheat w33t.io. If you were to look at the DNS provider for it, you'll see it's Cloudflare, but I didn't register with Cloudflare. At least I don't think I did. I know Cloudflare does have a registry service, but I didn't, at least at first. In fact, no, it's on another provider. So how do you tell it, or how do you tell people who want to go to your site where your DNS records are? So you do that with it's an NS record, the name server record, and so anyone who goes to the domain is it'll basically tell them, cool, if you want the DNS records for this, go over here. Cloudflare here is gonna have the record of authority, and then serves you DNS. So the answer for this one is NS. I think it's either NS or just NS, because it's the actual record. What is your opinion on AI code completion in terms of security? I would not trust VS with that. Ooh. Dude, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That is such a complex thing. Just for like holistically speaking, I mean, from a security standpoint, it depends on what you're doing, right? If you need like a Python program to decode some CAN bus, yeah, fucking whatever. It's not complex, right? But it's when you start getting into, I don't know, because like I have used it a little bit, and I don't like the Copilot pause I get, because I'm like, oh, I'm expecting it to put the thing in, and I think it's really damaging for people who just like me, who aren't as, I'm not a fucking programmer, and so having this crutch is making me not forcing me to understand what the fuck I'm doing. So I don't use it anymore, because it's only going to bite me in the ass, especially if it's putting in a shitload of code, and I mean, to be fair, if it puts in code, I can understand what it's doing. So I can understand if it's, if it's doing something that, generally speaking, is unsafe. But I think it starts to fall apart when you get into lower level languages. There have been plenty of times where I've seen ChatGPT shit out some C or C++ that is full of just huge memory issues. And so, buffer overflow is huge, because it's not going to handle that shit correctly half the time. It just doesn't know how to, for whatever reason. But there's also the problem of, how do you train it? When everyone's shitting out AI-powered code, it's the fucking quality that ChatGPT or whatever the hell is Copilot in this case will degrade, because you're feeding it shit. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy that will fail unless you're feeding it. And we're seeing that right now with LLMs, where their quality is degrading because the training material is now so full of AI-driven shit. It's just a fucking repeating cycle. So I think it really depends, because the other aspect is, how is this learning? When you introduce one of these systems for writing code into your environment, you have to make sure it is not learning on the shit you write, because and here's a very real example. If you're writing something that is export controlled, if I'm writing something that has to do with encryption that is export controlled, and someone in, just as an example, Iran uses Copilot and my code pops out there, we have a problem. We have a huge problem. We have a cross-border compliance fucking nightmare that just happened. Same goes for LLMs and like nuclear shit. I would not trust ChatGPT with encryption. Well, yeah, no, like putting sensitive information. I'm talking about like, if you're like the mathematical mechanics of that encryption program or whatever, or like that. Say take the math behind AES, for instance. Like if you were writing that, and that was the thing it fucking learned on that, and then shat it out elsewhere, you have a huge fucking problem. I don't even trust myself. I don't either. But yeah, sensitive info going into an LLM is a fucking horrible idea. It can go south real quick. So next up for this, try not to sidetrack with bullshit so much. We've got Meta for easy. So got this JPEG here. A Parasolve. This site is tits. I love it. This site is fantastic for doing all kinds of just whatever the hell, basically, on metadata on images and whatnot. You'll see you can put a password in there that make shit pop up. So we've got a bank of questions here. So it's saying when was the image created, round down to the nearest minute. This one can trick people, I think. It's still doing its thing. How is your VM running so smoothly? This isn't a VM. This is an actual physical machine. I just have the desktop streamed to my Mac. Using, depending on what I'm doing, either Sunlight and Moonlight or Parsec. So, it's great because I enjoy my Mac for day to day. It runs very well. It's incredibly efficient. It's very cool. It's silent. It just does what I need it to do, and it's Unix based, so I'm very comfortable in the command line. But there's still plenty of things where you need Windows. Digital forensics is a great example of that. So I'm a huge fan of. Oh my fuck! If this is just gonna have a stroke, 'cause I've never seen it do this before. But also, EU ads, get the fuck out of here, please. VM right now, auto farming, 2 accounts. Hey, as long as it works. Here, let's do this. Go back up in the attack lab here. I have an NCL thing, right? Yeah, I do. Let's go ahead and just... Oh, actually, fuck. I need to... I keep forgetting it's a single click. Alright. Also, fantastic news. My efforts to unfuck the lab's IP, they're working. This was sitting at like 4 or 5 earlier today, and I contacted Bitdefender, CDFR, fucked all these companies. I was like, this is a false positive. This is what happened. You can go look at the BCL, which I know all of you get your shit from. You're not fucking unique. And they've been reversing it. So I'm just waiting for malware URL. I don't remember what the status was on Alpha Mountain. I might not have actually reached out to them yet. But Alpha Sock, I don't even know who the fuck they are. Their website has like nothing on it, and then when I called them, they're like, it's like immediately go leave a message. I'm like, no, I want to talk to someone, damn it. Is VirusTotal still owned by Norton? VirusTotal, I don't think was ever owned by Norton. VirusTotal is a Google product. It is it's probably one of the most trustworthy sources for doing threat intel. I'm shocked that you don't trust it. I use it very frequently. No, it's owned by Google. Here, let me show you. I think that would be under... Is it there? There's something somewhere that makes it very clear. This might be under TOS. Yeah. So you can see their TOS goes back to Google Cloud. Yeah, no, they are 100% owned by Google. That's not to say maybe they weren't owned by Norton in the past. I'd be shocked. Who owned VirusTotal? Because I think before it was its own thing. Yeah, here we go. So it was created by these guys. Fucking hats off. And then acquired by Google. Yeah. So, look, if you use VirusTotal, it's fantastic. Just be careful about what you upload into it, because if you, anyone who has a premium subscription, which are expensive, but anyone who has one can download your sample. So if you upload a sensitive company document to VirusTotal to get like a a scan on it, anyone can go download that. So you need to be careful about what you put in here. But generally speaking, use it. It's fantastic. I use it all the time. It is one of my go-tos for work. So we've got the meta thing in here. I think exif tool. No, it's not installed. We'll do sudo install exif tool. We're gonna need the tac lab. You little bitch. Oh my gosh, grab the thing. There we go. Tac lab user. Da. In fact, I saw some top users. I wonder if Jaffa's on there. This is a guy I know. Jaffa. Is it Jaffa Cakes or something like that? Really, he's got a really interesting tool that does a lot of categorization. I don't see him on here. Damn, that sucks. Oh well. Okay, so we are exif tool. Just do meta. All right. So we got our questions here. When was the image created? Round down to the nearest minute. So this is where people can fuck up. You'll see file modification, access, inode, and these can be dependent on when you downloaded it and whatnot. These aren't the creation dates though. So you need to scroll down to the actual thing that says create date. A lot of people I think just go, ooh, timestamp, boom, grab that. The creation date is its own like dedicated line item here. So it's just right here, 2015 0515 at 2:14. I think that is UTC. Yeah. And one thing to remember too, whenever you're answering these date and time questions, give the time zone proper consideration. I'm not saying you have to like, go move a mountain to figure out for sure, but just keep that in mind that the time zone might be a factor depending on what you're doing. If it's something that's maybe showing your local browser, I want to say by default NCL says assume UTC 0 or UTC 0 for the time. Dimensions of the image, somewhere here. Here we go. 1620 by 1080. Well, timestamp is oftentimes just Zulu. Not always. It's dependent on on several factors and where you're viewing it. So if you like in exif tool, yeah, but if you're viewing it in a web app that's displaying it, you don't know if that web app is converting that time so it's local to you, because sometimes that's just a convenience factor of like think about like Sentinel-1 for instance, and this is or even just EDR tools in general. Sometimes when you have a multi time zone team, it can be a real pain in the dick doing forensics investigations, because you'll be trying to figure out, okay, well, what time did this start? What time were these events? And then, I can go look at it being in like CST and be like, oh, well, it happened like fucking 9 o'clock for me. And then someone on the East Coast, or an EST goes and looks at it and like, well, it happened at like 10. And it's just like, it kind of fucks with you. But tools will show you in your local time as a benefit to you. So you can have some like, oh, I was taking a shit this time, some relation. But it's a pain in the ass. I'm like, dude, fucking put everything in UTC -0. ISO whatever the fuck standard format. Just make it easy. So we got the dimensions there. The make of the camera that took the picture. So don't get make and model confused. Make is the manufacturer. Who's the company? That would be Apple. Model, iPhone 5. I think if you put Apple iPhone 5, I think it'll take it. They're pretty good about including multiple variations of correct answers. exposure of the picture. What the hell is that? I think I saw it. Yeah, exposure times 1640. And then the GPS coordinates. This one can be a little bit of a bitch. Right here, so they take different formats. Thank God. This format will work fine. If you're opening this in a Parasolve, it's gonna freak out. It's not gonna give you a valid GPS position. So either use EXIF tool, or you'll need to use a site that'll extract it and display it in the proper format. Because it could be a real pain in the ass otherwise to get the standard format that's acceptable. Came across a little OS program called Metadata Cleaner the other day. It's a handy little tool. It's on GitLab. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I know a lot of like social media and just things like clear metadata when sending. Like I know Discord does, which is handy. Okay, so we got the questions there on that. Threat intel. This one is so fucking simple. Like you literally just copy paste these questions in and you'll find them. The original CVE was 2014 3566. What version of VS FTPD contained the smiley face backdoor? Again, Google it. 2.3.4. Let's see, the first version of OpenSSL that was not vulnerable to Heartbleed. Keep in mind that versioning sometimes, like versioning like this, will follow hexadecimal, if I recall. So if you see like version Q, it's fucking not right. Damn, Chatty didn't alert me. Fucking rip. Can I post a link? You can try to post it. I don't know if it'll work. It should let you. I'm not 100% sure though. But in this scenario, you can go to. Hell yeah! Okay, it worked. Sweet. The actual Heartbleed. Is it the website or the wiki? I know the website's slow as shit somehow. I think the wiki actually has it here. Yeah, the patch was version 1.0.1G. Was the one to finally mitigate that vulnerability. Original RFC number that described Telnet. Ooh, it was like early, or like the teens, or I think it was like 15. Yeah, 15. It was an old one. Let's see, how many large in bytes? SQL Slammer Worm. The Re76, I think was fucking tiny. Sammy is my hero. Is this? You could just, if you don't know something like this, you could take the bit that it gives you, and then just do like, I don't know, cybersecurity, and then you'll find, you know, Sammy computer worm propagated across MySpace. It was a really funny sort of thing, and it said like Sammy's my hero or something like that. Yeah, right here. So I feel bad because I think Homeboy got in a lot of trouble for that. It's kind of stupid though. I asked you this the other day, but I forgot. Let me check this out real quick. Python GTK. Interesting, okay. Fucking GTK is such a pain in my ass. What was that the thing that added you as a friend if you clicked it? Kind of. So it was anyone that it started by anything that went to his page, or I'm sorry, anyone that goes to his page, it would add him as a friend, and then their page would become infected with it. And so you can imagine how once like a couple people got it, it just blew up from there. Came across a zip exploit. You did not see the real file name in it, just a fake one. You extract it in Windows Explorer, then Linux file name gets shown. Let's see the real name. What's the exploit exactly? I'm confused. So you're saying, well, what are you talking about? Like, so what OS, what program, and then extracted Windows Explorer. Oh, okay. I see. You said Windows Explorer. My bad. So it's on Windows. And it's on Linux. It's the wrong file. So, is there an like? It sounds like it's more of a bug than an exploit. Like I don't know how it would I guess the parameters around that. Oh, let me see here. Hey, I'm very interested in Mythic now. I'm trying to dive deeper into this stuff. I love today. Guide me through whatever. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely not wrong. Not a lot of people talk about Mythic or just Red Team and C2 stuff in general. Partly, like I said before, a lot of it is difficult because a lot of the research and whatnot for that, like it's hard for people to want to publish stuff about how to do X, how to do Y, and there is stuff out there, but you really have to get deep into the stuff because and learn the fundamentals so you can kind of figure it out yourself, because it's a lot of people don't publish it because it gets burned and then it becomes useless, and then they especially those who do it for work, they're generating more work for themselves, and just it can be really hard. Okay, so I think it was a screensaver exploit. The guy who did it just speculated that people was the virus installs. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Fuck, what was it? This would actually be a fun one to do in the lab. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. I mean, fuck, there's even a whole technique on MITRE for it. Damn. But you could do something like an alternate data stream potentially to do that. An alternate data stream is like, it's almost like putting a file on another file. Asking if it was shown wrongly in the file explorer if you packed it. Yeah, if it was being fucky, then it was probably an alternate data stream, if I had to guess. Alternate data streams are kind of fucking wild, but I mean it's exactly this. Like it allows a file to have basically it's almost like another file inside of it, and you can combine that with like fuck, what is it? I think is it the oh damn something you can do to mask the Windows mask file extension. There's a certain thing. I forgot what the fuck it's called. It's a certain type of attack. Yeah, right to left RTLO. That I fucking knew it. Yeah, an RTLO attack is like kind of fucking nutty. They're pretty cool. Definitely look at it sometime. So the zip file for the contents. SFW. I mean, I'll tell you what. If you want to DM me on Discord, so do this. With the zip, if it's not already password protect it with just the word infected all lowercase. And if you want, you can send it to me. I'll do an analysis on it here live in a minute. But let's burn through this real quick, and because I know Sage, you were talking about Mythic. I'll go through that a bit too. It's funny you mentioned that, because I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, man, it'd be kind of fun to just do like a whole, like, starting from square one. Let's make develop a basically this lab here sort of thing, and maybe what I would do differently. Oh, oh, hold up. I see. I'm gonna be real. When you said NSFW, my mind went to like, oh, it's just like, you know, malicious, not like, oh, there's probably like titties on there or something. So, yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, we could roll those dice, right? As long as we don't install it and it doesn't display the NSFW wallpaper. I mean, if anything, I could just go into OPSEC mode and see, but doing like an actual analysis on it, I guess we could see. We could YOLO it, right? That'd be a funny reason to get banned off Twitch. Alright, let's burn through some of this. So, HTTP headers, so what header is used to denote the URI linked to the resource being requested. So, refer header. It is exactly that. It's saying like, oh, this is the person that referred over here, and so this is how, for instance, like, I could, for the cyber info site, I could see who refers, or who's been referring to the cyber info site. So if you are on, say you're on Open Collective, and you go to our site, the refer is going to be Open Collective. So then I can see those metrics and go, oh, okay, cool. So Open Collective is responsible for X amount of traffic or whatever. It can also just be used for going, oh, hey, okay, cool. We've done this thing. We need to send them back to the site they came from. Which header is used to identify the client software that made the HTTP request? Again, this is one you can just throw into Google, but this is the user agent. Specifically, it is user-agent. And you can do, and what this is, most common user agents. So, actually, no, it's this one. This is a user agent right here. So this is what identifies the system. This is how a website will know if you are Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever, the browser type and all that shit. And one of the interesting things about this is, you can manipulate this, obviously. There are a lot so curl, for instance, if curl, if I were to use curl, the user agent would be like, I want to say it's curl and then whatever the version number was. Probably just Google it. Well, it's all about how to change it, but generally speaking, by default, it'll come across as curl. So, and that's something to think about too. If you're using something like GoBuster, by default, your user agent is going to be GoBuster. They're going to know you are directory scanning. So if you're doing like a pen test or a red team engagement or something like that, and you're just raw dogging them with fucking GoBuster, to be fair, at that point, for like an external attack, you could do that and it's not going to inherently be attributed to you. But why do that when you can just randomize the user agent and have just a little bit more, I don't know, class, if you will. And then what HTTP header is used to identify acceptable content, that acceptable content types that can be returned. And this one, another one, just stick it in here. The accept field. Every time I try to show this, I can't get a good example, but you'll see it'll be like application /JSON plain / plain / text or something like that. Like image / PNG, something like that. So it's just like these are the acceptable resources. We'll do who is, let's see here. Assume you download a Bitcoin miner on a VM. How does that work? Oh, a virus with a Bitcoin miner? So, it really depends on how it was designed. So there are a couple. There were some browser-based ones for a while, but generally speaking, you'll see. Fuck. So, what the hell is the name of that mining software? Hold on. There's a specific software. It's called. God damn, I can't remember the name. Let's see if fucking Forbes. I don't think it's CG. It might be CG Miner. There's another one. Yeah, I think it might be CG Miner. But you know, if you download that, usually by default, your AV and EDR is gonna freak the fuck out. Because I think it's CG Miner that is commonly found in you know, viruses and shit. Oh, get the fuck out of here with this autoplay bullshit. Yeah, this is, I think this is it. Yeah, because it's written in C. Yeah, so this is, well, is it actually? No, I feel like it had another name. Bitcoin mining software used in, it's actually called malware, not viruses. It's gonna piss me off if I can't figure it out. I don't want to ask ChatGPT, but I'm fucking tempted to, damn. XMRig. I think that's what it is. Hold up. Yes. I think XMRig is one of them. Yeah. XMRig is one that I think is very frequently found in malware. Because not everyone has a good GPU. Everyone has a fucking CPU that's usually at least decent enough. So when you get enough people infected with something like this, you can make pretty good money. So this is one that, like, if you download this, your fucking AV will freak the fuck out. Even though standalone as it is, it's not inherently malicious, but it gets used so frequently. It's just like, we're not taking that chance. The fact that it exists. So that's usually what'll happen is it'll get on your system, and then however the fuck it does its thing, it'll load this in and do its thing, start mining and whatnot. Mining Bitcoin on normal PCs, Pepega. Oh, 100%. Crypto in general is fucking Pepega nowadays. I know people like it, whatever, to each their own. I fucking hate it, and I think it's stupid. I think all the practical benefits of it, no one gives a shit about. And there are practical benefits to it, but so many people are just like, money. Alright, so we'll go through this who is part. It's very simple, straightforward, so let me drop this down. And part of it is also me being salty that I'd be a multimillionaire right now had I not sold all my Bitcoin when it hit $1,000. Had I waited, had I held it till it went up to like 60,000, dude, I'd be, y'all want to fucking see me on here. I'd be on a fucking island right now. So let's do domain whois. I like whois.com. They're very simple, straightforward. So, who is the registrar of this domain? That was me with CBNA. I don't even know what the fuck CBNA is. Unless you mean CCNA? Because I know the V is right next to the C. Unless you're talking about a coin. Register as Dyna.llc. Fairly simple, straightforward. On what day was the domain first registered? Registered on 16/2/16. See, what is the domain's registry domain ID? It's down a little further right here in the raw whois data, but you've got it right here. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's there. The top, so this one can get people. What is the top level domain of the domain? So what is the TLD? Top level domain. That is the dot X, whatever that is. This is your top level domain. .com. So in this case, it's .cloud. And then what organization manages the TLD used by city in the .cloud? A lot of people put Dynadot, I'm sure. What it's specifically asking for is the TLD. And remember up here, we're asked, what is the TLD for the domain? .cloud. Who manages .cloud? Who manages .cloud TLD? Aruba Pec SPA. This Italian company manages the TLD. Now, if you want to make your own TLD, you can. One of these days, if I have the money, I'm gonna create .yeet, YEET. However, in order to do that, you have to prove that you can maintain that TLD. There's a whole shitload of crap that goes into it, and I think just starting, like if I wanted to go do that, I think I would need like $300,000, $400,000, maybe even $500,000 just to start with using another company to help me do it. It's fucking up there. Hold on a second, I'm getting a fucking random call. Oh, and it hung up. That was weird. Anyway, buys it also for so yeah. Oh yeah, see, shitty car rental stock. Bought 1,000 back when I was in high school because I was dumb. Now it's like $100 per share. Oof, yeah, I'd be sad. What island would you be on? That's a very good question. Island where I live on. Now, it wouldn't be enough to just straight up buy my own. It's $10 per share. Oh Christ, yeah, I'd be kicking myself too. I don't know. You know, I might go back to Hawaii. I might go live. I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed living in Hawaii. As I lived on Oahu for about 7 years of my childhood, and living there as a kid versus living there as an adult is I practically guarantee is, you know, two separate bags of beans. But things were expensive. You know, I remember milk getting up to $5 a gallon there. Gas was, you know, around the same. And it's a great place to just buy a fucking motorcycle because you can ride it year round and it's so much more efficient than a car. But it's a nice place to visit. Kind of sucks to live there sometimes, I felt like. But part of that was also just being a white kid growing up on an island that we stole. So there was inherently a lot of animosity towards me, and I don't blame him one bit. I would have felt the same way. Fucking sucked. But it was it gave my father an excuse to enroll me in jiu-jitsu for a while, because I was getting beat up daily. So for PGP, so I don't know what island I'd retire on. Somewhere though, with a fiber line. With a fiber line is fucking key. Brother, what's that site to check for a malicious link? So URLscan.io is great. I would also probably, you know, just throw it at a virus total. So yeah, URLscan.io. 10 out of 10 virus total. If you want to throw me the link, I'll fucking bust open any run and analyze it now, unless it's something like a little sensitive, then no. But these are probably my two go-tos right now. Another good one is Talos Intelligence. It's some DMC skid, valid. This is good too if you're trying to figure out like the reputation for something. A lot of good stuff in there. Oh, and this will show redirects and crap too, which is nice, and it'll give you. Oh yeah, that's ooh woo. That's a fake AT&T site right there. Damn, it was almost good until they fully capitalized user ID. That was stupid. So anyway, for this question here, so we got PGP, pretty good privacy, very similar to GPG. So what is the key fingerprint for this email? These two sites, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. That site, these three sites here, pgp.mit.edu, or Ubuntu's key server, and then OpenPGP. These are really the only three sites you should need for these challenges, outside of just downloading the damn thing yourself, or you know, and getting information. So, for this one, I'm gonna use this guy. So it's asking for the fingerprint right here. You can even see it by fingerprint, and then boom, there's the fingerprint. So you know, stick that in there. That's the fingerprint for that email. And then what is the email address associated with the key fingerprint? And then I give you the fingerprint. You'll be able to, I think, download it here. It's not going to give you the email though, so you could download it and just look at the load it in. I think load it into the key. Or no, yeah, I don't think you'd have to load it into the keyring. You could just view it. But I'm lazy and I just want the email. So I think in here, yeah, here you go. You can just stick it in here on Ubuntu's key server and find the email. So hx@liberation.city and the .cloud. So that's the email there. And then for this same key, on what date does the above key expire? By default, so I'm gonna actually grab these back. This can be a bit of a pain. Damn. Let me actually, did I get the full? Is it in here? It's not in there. Okay. So I forgot how the fuck to do it. This is one of those scenarios where if you're not too familiar, you could probably just download it and look at the details for it, and it'll give you a specific line item. I know that the expiry is 2050, but sometimes it's not. If you just don't know where on this page specifically it's going to be located, it's totally fair to just download the whole ASCII and check it out in a terminal. I don't remember the commands, unfortunately, but it's out there on Google. All right, SSL Medium. This one is fun. Pretty simple, straightforward. So they're asking for complete the following questions about the Cyber Skyline SSL. So we'll go to cyberskyline.com, just the main domain there, and then we can go up here and look at the cert details. This one can be kind of tough for people who aren't too familiar with TLS. So who is the issuer for the SSL certificate? Technically it's a TLS cert, but we'll let it slide. I'm not going to be one of those people. It's like, actually, it's a TLS cert. It's SSL. It's fucking so 2013. Who the fuck? Oh. Hold up, where is it? Sectigo Limited is the organization. So common name here. It's got the name, the Sectigo name. I don't know if they'll allow this. This is technically not correct. Look for the organization. It's Sectigo Limited. And then how many bits long is the SSL key? So generally for an RSA key, a TLS RSA key, because remember this is asymmetric encryption. Generally, you're going to see either 2048 or 4096. Default is usually 2048. I'm one of those weird clowns that likes to generate a 4096. So you need to look. You can assume, you can roll those dice, but don't be shocked if for some reason you're wrong at some point. So, what's the public key? Is it specifically asking for that? No, it doesn't specifically say public key, but again, this is asymmetric encryption. You're not going to have the private key. You're getting the public key. So that's what's being used to decrypt the basically symmetric key, part of the HTTPS back and forth, because symmetric encryption is faster. So 2048 is the public key bit size. So just always look there because you never know. Sometimes you'll come across 4096. How many certificates are in the certificate chain? I think this one will get a lot of people. A certificate chain is from your CA to your cert. So if you're not familiar with how this whole world works, of TLS certs or just public key cryptography in this scenario. So we have a chain here that starts from the certificate authority. This is the root CA. So Sectigo goes, or whoever, user trust, CA, I don't know who, user trust must make Sectigo like an intermediary or whatever. So they create the key pair, right? So this is the signing, the CA, the certificate authority. This is the granddaddy of keys. Cool. You have this thing that can sign and validate. Well, what happens if someone gets a hold of that? Your browsers all automatically trust this, or things that are signed by this CA. So if a threat actor were to compromise that, it's a really shitty day for the globe. So these things are the root CA is locked under insane security that requires like multiple people to access it if it's done correctly. Because there was one company a while back that did not do that and it was compromised. And they went out. They went under. No one trusted them ever again, as they should. So that's great, but it's a real pain in the ass to sign the TLS certs that go out to your customers when that thing is locked behind such a fucking bank vault sort of thing. So you create intermediaries, and these are the things that you basically grant authority to create those TLS certs. And then the things that it's creating, those get distributed. There's some limitations on what it can do, if I recall. So that's why it's like, because at first you might think, well, you're just passing the problem down the road, of a compromise. I don't remember specifically how it works, but there's limitations around that intermediary. So if it were to be compromised, it's still a shitty day, but it's not as bad. It could still be revoked. And you're not having to completely, do all this crazy shit. And then of course you have the actual cert that was issued to Cyber Skyline. So in this case, you have you have three links in the chain from the cert to the CA. Hope you learned something new. Last but not least, we got barcode here. I'm shocked they marked this as medium. We'll just online barcode scanner reader, whatever. It's a fucking first option. It's fucking code 39. Boom. You have your flag. The type is code 39. So obviously code 39, and then the flag hidden barcode. This was super simple. I don't remember if it was this one or if it was NCL. They can hit you with some esoteric fucking barcodes where I had to go like download the fucking developer's application on my phone to decode it. I think I was one of the first ones to figure it the fuck out. And I remember sitting there like it took me a minute. And I eventually was like, oh fuck, I think I just need to download their app, and they had one, and I did it with my phone. It's someone was like, I think someone was like, no, you didn't actually have to do that. There was like another way to do it. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. That would have been way too hard to like decode it somehow. I'm like, I'm just going to get the app, put my phone up to the screen and get a W. So that's OSINT there. The actual challenge will, and you'll see this in the practice game, will probably be a fair amount more difficult. We went through cryptography. I think we went, you little shit. Yeah, we went through this. Let's do password cracking. So I know, Sage, you were talking about that. Let's see. Give me a sec here. I love that question. What island would you be on? Man, that's a good one to think about. Where would I retire if I had millions? Actually, I don't know that I'd be able to retire. Because even at $4 or $5 million, I know this is rather depressing, given the state of the economy and whatnot. I don't think I would want to retire in 4 or 5 million. At least that young. I think I'd probably stick it all just in fucking S&P 500 and let it explode, and then and just do something for work where I don't give a fuck if I get fired, because it won't really matter. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so these ones are fun. Crackstation.net. This can be your best friend. It's actually, oh nice, it just does them all. So we're gonna stick all these bad boys in here. We're gonna say I'm not a robot, and boom. There are your passwords. Cause I want to see this is all, yeah, it's all just like MD5. Yeah, well, yeah, right there. So you've got the passwords there. Mask. This one is interesting. So, if there was, I think if there was a password thing to really understand and know, it's going to be this. So, for the sake of ease during the competition, go get Hashcat Launcher. I use it. I love it. It just adds a GUI in front of Hashcat and makes things a little bit easier. So, what is a mask? In Hashcat, you have the ability to, if you don't really know, if you know in this case a little bit, like, okay, cool. So it's sky-HQNT-something. There's 4 numbers. We can use a hash to crack that. So, Hashcat mask. So there's a couple different types of flags, if you will, that you can put in there, or char sets. So these right here, let me actually open up the shit so y'all can see. I might already have the hashes in here too. This one? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. What is it, just MC or D? It's MD5, right? If you don't know what a hash is, you could try hash identifier. There's a couple sites that are pretty good. I'm pretty sure it's MD5. Yeah, it is. So be 15 minutes, gotta go through trash. All right, I'll see you in a minute. So we know, like I said, what this is going to be. We're just going to set MD5. For our attack, we're going to do a mask attack. And with the mask, we're going to basically create the format. So we'll do, sky-hqnt-, and then we know it's going to be 4 numbers. So if we go look at the masks here, we have question mark, lowercase d is going to run through 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can just say d, 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 d. So this is going to run through that. It's going to try all those combinations and see which one works. If you don't know if it's 1 to 4 numbers, you can increment 1 to 4, and it's going to do all possible combinations with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. In this case, it's going to be 4, so we don't need to we don't need to do that. If you want to set a custom char set, you can do that here. And then I want to say it's just like question 1 and then question 2. That I've done that a few times for some of the more difficult password cracking challenges in NCL, but it's not too common. If you don't know what the hell it is, you can pass like U or L, and A will do a bunch of them, but you have to be careful. You have to scope it down as much as you can, because if you start adding some of these in here, like if you do A, that's a shitload of combinations. 4 question D's is question D's nuts. 4 question D's is significantly less time than 4 question A's, because there's a lot more combinations to go through. And then we're just going to select our GPU, set a workload, output, and then I don't know, free my boy crabs. Wait, no. Damn, I can't type for shit today. Crabs.txt. Then you create the task, you go over here, you're going to see that's going to start chooching. I think it has a pots file that knows that these are all already popped, so it'll probably be immediate. Or it also could just be because it's MD5 and it only has a few combinations that it can ultimately do, so it's just that quick. If we go over to our password output, we can see these are the results. So, one thing to keep in mind when you are doing these password challenges, do not arbitrarily throw the first thing that got popped into the first entry here. You must match up the hashes or you will get questions wrong. It happens to me, it happens to everyone, because they think, oh sweet tits, I'm just going to throw this in here, and then because it's not in order. It's not in the order that you put it in there. So you have to look at it and just match it up. Just do like the first 3 with the last 3. That should be all you need. If those are the same on multiple, then I would be wondering what the fuck hash they gave you. So you have that there. For Pokemon, this is MD5 as well. This is fairly simple and straightforward. I'm not going to actually go through the cracking process. I mean, I can if someone really wants me to, but at the end of the day, what you're doing is saying cool. It's based on Pokemon. Okay, we can go look up Pokemon names GitHub, and I think was it this one? I think it was this one I used. Actually, no. I used this one, even though it's not Alzheimer's purple, because this has more of the newer ones. Because I think this was 9 years ago, so it's not inherently going to have them all. It's got 821. I mean, that's actually fairly close. Maybe I did use that. It's only missing like, I don't know, a couple dozen. But anyway, point being, stick this in there, into your dictionaries, and then you do your password. Select your dictionary here, Pokemon list, or I think Pokemon names, and you can combine multiple dictionaries too. This is a very handy feature. It saves some time putting shit together. Now, this is a scenario where you might want to consider rules, and rules are basically like pre-configured options for modifying the dictionary a little bit. So this could be good for toggling. I think there's one. Is it toggle one? No, I think it's. And these other rules are great for like appending. If you remember those hashes, I'm sorry, those masks that we looked at. If you wanted to append one of these really easily, you could do the dictionary thing and just append, a D. So it'll just cycle through like a number or something, or just cycle through like one number at the end or something like that. But one thing that you might want to consider is be careful about what rule you enable, because that can add a lot of bullshit that's going to add on a lot of time. I think it might be toggle one. I think toggle one will swap the capitalization on the first, I want to say the first letter. So that could be really good if you have all these lowercase ones, but the actual password you're trying to crack is say like an uppercase F for the name. Because then you wouldn't crack it because you don't have it right. But if you have a toggle thing, it'll go back through it and toggle that, and then you get it. So that's how you knock that out. If it's looking for some sort of word list, just name of the word list and GitHub, you'll probably find it. I'm gonna skip over this for right now. Law and Order, same thing. So based off of SVU episodes and ends in 2 digits. There's a list of them. You can also scrape them off like what's it called, Wikipedia, if you wanted. But in this case, I have, what's a fucking Law and Order SVU episode titles. Actually, no, we want to go to a hybrid attack. So this is kind of cool. You have a dictionary that you want to use, which is the Law and Order SVU titles. But we see what it says here. It's based off of the episodes and ends in 2 digits. So we want to go back to our mask, because we're going to do a hybrid attack of a dictionary and a mask attack. We just need numbers. So we'll do question D. If it said 1 to 2 numbers, we could do 1 and then increment to 2. But in this case, it's 2, so we could just leave it as is. And so what it's going to do there is it's going to take the title, whatever, let's say like line 1 in there, and that's going to try it with all those number combinations, and then it's going to go to the next one, do the same thing until it goes all the way down. And that's why GPUs are so great at this shit, because it's very quick to do this. If you think about it, it sounds like a lot of work, but they're very quick to iterate through this depending on the hash type. If it's something like, I don't know, YesCrypt, it can't even do that because it's resistant to GPU cracking somehow. So that's how you do that. Those hybrid attacks are fun and very, very helpful. PDF, this one's fun. So you can get John the Ripper has thing to John Python files that'll take something that's encrypted and create a hash that you can use to crack. So you could download this encrypted PDF here. So you open it up, it's asking for a password. There is a site, I think it's, if I just look up PDF to John, there's a site somewhere that'll do it. Hashes.com, here we go. So you can send up the PDF. It's actually going to run it on their end and just spit out the hash there for you. I think they might have other ones. Yeah, they have all the big ones up here. So once you have that hash, kind of same thing. You go over to go create the file with the hash. PDF has a few different types of algorithms that it could be. So truthfully, you're probably just going to have to, you can look at the PDF version and make an educated guess. I think I just went through them all until one worked. I just didn't just tried them all basically, and one of them will work. And yeah, so I mean, if you don't have a specific dictionary that you want to use, just default to RockU. That should just be your default word list for these challenges. And then Kali Linux. So it's got a an etc shadow file here with a password here, or password hash. So this one is kind of interesting. This right here, $y$, this is called YesCrypt. It is a format that I don't know how exactly they do it, but it's resistant to GPU cracking. You can't use Hashcat with this. They don't even support it because it's pointless to. You have to use John the Ripper for this. So you can just, you know, save this at this whole format here into a text file or whatever, and then you could use either John the Ripper or Johnny. I like Johnny because I'm a gooey bitch. And then you can open that, it'll load it up, and you just tell it in the options, go use RockU, and then it'll go through that. So this one's kind of tough because not everyone has an amazing GPU. I'm sorry, CPU. So for me, I got lucky or something, and this took like a couple minutes for my computer to bust through. It took some people 6-7 hours. So the strat, hey, eat my ass, I score high. The strat will be to start this fairly quickly. If you have something that needs to use Johnny or John the Ripper, start it early so it can do its thing, and you can go do whatever else while it's going, and then just check back on it every so often. Command line OP. I mean, sometimes, but sometimes it's nice to just have this, and I just get so much more information right there. That, and I don't know why. It's for some reason, like I'll use a command line. I'm very comfortable with it, but like I like Sliver C2. I prefer Mythic because it's a web-based thing. I don't know why. FX 8350 would take. Holy shit, dude! FX 83. That's. Fuck, that came out when I was. Oh shit, that's old. Was it? Was that the bulldozer thing? Fuck, what was that? Yeah, this thing. Oh yeah, the black edition. This thing was the shit. This thing was fucking cool. I wanted one of these so fucking bad. Yeah, I remember I was in fuck, what was it? Was it Best? I don't think it was Best Buy. Oh, maybe it was. Yeah, it might have been Best Buy when they fucking 2012. God damn it. I'm not old. I'm only 28. I was 16 when that came out. Yeah, I can do math. Spent a day fixing it. Oh, so yeah, I went to clean the heat sink, ripped out CPU pin, bent it half. Ooh, fuck. Hey, as long as it works, right? Now, I mean, if you bend one pin, you can kind of get around that. About to reach Unk status. I hope not. Well, I guess technically I am. My sister's I don't know how much. She's like 30 something. She has a couple kids, and they're both little assholes. Chromium took 14 hours to compile. Jesus H Christ. Yeah, that's a minute and a half. So yeah, the this, yeah, John the Ripper, whatever, use that for, yes, crypt, because it's CPU based. Go back to Windows here. So this one is kind of funny. I feel bad for a lot of people who do this one, because so you have to use offcrack. Offcrack, basically you put all the hashes into a text file or whatever. You load it up into offcrack here, and then you load in your tables. This always gets people. You can get the tables on, I want to say SourceForge, but there's a bajillion of them. Let me rephrase that. There's a few, but they're huge. All you need is XP fast, small, and special. Generally, that's all I've ever used for NCL, and that's all they've worked fine. I want to say total it's like 9 gigabytes, because these are all pre-computed hashes. That's what what rainbow tables are here. So you just load them up and then you tell it to crack. But that's get off crack. Get the actually, you know what? Hold up. I'm curious. If I go to crack station, because these are just NTLMs. If I put the LM portion, oops. I wonder if I just break this away. Okay, so it displays. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Anyway, yeah, so you can get away with some of these in Crack Station, but as you can see, not all of them. So, yeah, off crack is the solution forward there. I think that covers that. If anyone has questions about that, let me know. I hate the colors I used. Yeah, fucking gives you eye tumors. Seen that No Man's Sky? Oh, no, I haven't yet. I haven't been on No Man's Sky in a minute. I've been playing the Space Marines 2 game. It's been fun as fuck. Been really enjoying that. BIOS incompatible with AMD RDNA. She's a newer GPU on it now. I mean, fuck, as long as it works, right? What the fuck are we doing here? Do forensics next time around. Because I know, Sage, you were asking about Mythic. Yeah. So I guess we would want to talk about the what do you like? What do we do with it? What's the point? How do we? And that opens like a whole can of worms with red teaming and shit like that in general. So this is kind of agnostic to C2 frameworks, but usually, the scenarios that you would use this would be simulating an APT or emulating an APT, and the difference being emulating is you have some threat intel on like a specific APT group, and you are supposed to emulate them because the company was like, hey, we want to see how we would do against like Shiny Bear or whatever the fuck APT groups are out there. And so you'd source threat intel, and the way you do your attack would be to emulate that. So if they jump on a system and immediately run who am I -priv, then that's what you do. Even if you know it's probably going to get you burned, you're emulating, if you're simulating, you're doing exactly that. You're simulating an APT, and you're much more free and less restricted to do whatever the fuck you want. Well, within reason, within the scope and ROE. You're not bound to a specific set of IOCs and threat intel. How do you affect that safely? Because the only scenarios or companies that are going to be doing this is, if they have a mature security posture for the organization. This is fucking pointless if you try to, if you're simulating an APT and you go up against mom and pop's donuts. They're going to get fucked up and they're not going to gain anything from it. So imagine North Korea or any other state-sponsored threat actor going up against a fucking donut shop. They're going to get rolled. Jelly rolled even. So along with that, you do have a mature security posture to contend with doing this sort of stuff. So you need to be aware of the blue team, basically. What if they come across your domain somehow? You don't want to happen like what happened earlier, where someone was able to just go to the fucking site and boo, hey, there's a fucking Mythic C2 panel. It's going to kind of give away what's going on. So you have these things called redirectors that typically sit in front, and what these do is exactly as the name sounds. You'll have these redirectors that will redirect based off the traffic. So you typically have your C2 implant hitting the TLS encrypted, obviously, so specific request data can't be seen, but you're hitting that web server in a certain way that allows that traffic to pass through. You're hitting the redirector in a certain way that allows that traffic to pass through to the C2 server. But if Joe SOC analyst sees that, goes, oh, I wonder what that fucking site is, and he goes and punches it into his browser, uses URL scan or anything like that, it's going to redirect him to an actual legitimate website, and they'll be like, oh, okay, maybe this is legit. So everything you do, you want to try to avoid giving it away at all layers of the operation. So generally you'd have a redirector before or in the middle of something like Mythic, and then you'd feed those redirectors into something like Red Elk or whatever the hell to kind of monitor to see, hey, is someone poking around at this site? Because if they are, you might want to consider that. And then another consideration too would be domains and domain aging. Something to consider. So a lot of organizations, especially larger enterprises, implement some sort of deep packet inspection, TLS decryption, whatever the hell, because they have control over the endpoints, so they can give it the firewall cert or whatever's doing the decryption, and look at the traffic. Well, that's not great for your C2 because it's going to get seen. So one of the ways around that is aging a domain and classifying it a certain way. So healthcare and financial banking is generally by default on almost every firewall does not get decrypted because that is a privacy violation. And that means we can use that to our advantage, and we can build a website, or go register a domain for an area, and then I don't know, or like a healthcare sort of thing. And then you can build a fake website for this fake medical facility, and then submit it to be classified, and it'll be classified as a medical thing. And then by default, firewalls and stuff are not going to decrypt that because they don't want to deal with the legal and compliance nightmare that would entail. So, you've got your, C2 stuff protected there. And then, let's see here. That'll kind of be the biggest thing to really protect that traffic. And then, you can look at different C2 frameworks. And one of the interesting things is you can leverage a few different ones. So, of course, everyone knows about Cobalt Strike. It's a really fun... I like it a lot. It's pretty good. You can just download it? Yeah, bullshit. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought. So it's pretty cool. It's a good tool. But you've got other free and open source ones. I think Havoc is pretty popular. And then another one would be Empire by BC Security. Or they not by them, but they took it over. They do a lot of active work on it. And this comes with like the Starkiller UI and whatnot, which is pretty tits. Yeah, I was like, bullshit. Got complicated already, got lost. Yeah, it's adversary emulation simulation framework gets fucking complicated fast because there's so many layers to it. And with how much money companies are throwing at you to do this stuff, you can't half-ass it. You can't fuck it up, because if you get burned immediately, fucking it's pointless unless they're just that good. So yeah, this is a pretty good project for having another C2. So a really good strategy is to have, I think I've talked about this before, different layers of C2. So you'd want to have your kind of start at the top, your or start at the bottom, your interactive C2. So that's going to be your more immediate sort of thing. If you have like your what would it be? Media C2. So take like Mythic, for instance. Maybe that's beaconing back every 5 minutes or something like that with like a jitter of 30 or 40. You'd want to have your short haul C2 set up. So that would be, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours, maybe 4 to 6, depending. And then you have your long haul, which would be maybe like 24 hours, something like that, for the beacon back. And then that way, if you lose one, you have a backup, and you can use that one to reestablish your other C2. Don't shift them down; just use it to reestablish, sort of thing. But it's like basically just having redundancies. So that's where like having multiple redirectors comes into, and multiple domains, so you just kind of spread things out and make it a little less confusing. With MC. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like, ain't no way on God's green earth you could just download that motherfucker. I think that'd be stupid as shit. Yeah, maybe one of these days I'll buy it. I've got the money hanging around. So you got a lot of like, oh fuck, just redoing stuff. Wow. No, he's working on the rewrite, isn't he? Yeah, he's working on the rewrite. God damn, he's going hard, isn't he? Yeah. Havoc's pretty cool. A sec here. Yeah, as far as setting up like Mythic for yourself, they've got they've got their documentation here at mythicc2.net. Installation really isn't that that difficult. I mean, it's all Docker based. So if you have, where is it? When you clone it, there's an sh or a couple different bash scripts that'll install Docker and whatnot for you, and just set all that up. So it's really not too bad if you can read through the docs here. You can figure it out, but it does get a little complicated because there is Docker networking involved. So it can complicate things a bit. But I mean, there are a lot of moving parts by its nature. But it's not bad if you wanted to give it a shot. You definitely could. Empire is pretty simple to set up. I think Havoc is as well. Yeah, this is a fun one. I was planning on setting this up on the attack server as a secondary C2 just for giggles. I'm trying to think of what else. I think the other thing to consider with the lab is like putting up what is it? Putting up like an attack environment that you can play around in. This SVC host exe malware, not inherently, no. In fact, generally speaking, no. So that's service host. That's going to be the thing that runs your services. Like here, I'll show you. So check out the Wikipedia article. It'll go through that, but this is like what runs your services. So the only other thing, I mean, if someone has a malicious service, yeah, but there's so many things within Windows that can be leveraged for malicious activity and whatnot. So I mean, there's really no yes or no, because I don't know if maybe you installed something that could have potentially who fucking knows, right? I don't have access to your computer. Oh, motherfucker, why are you fucking with me? That's where your name is. I was like, oh my fucking Christ, like that name looks so fucking familiar. And then I fuck you. I was like, and it's funny you mentioned that, because when you asked that, I was like, that sounds like some shit out here out of fuck is this server, the TPSC Discord, like just straight up some shit right out there. Oh fuck, hold up. You asked me a question. Do you ever get stressed? You seem to never get stressed. I don't get stressed on live. It definitely happens. I'm no stranger to dealing with stupid bullshit at work or whatever that stresses me out, but easiest thing is just remember that life is short enough. No sense worrying about shit outside your control. Let's get rid of some of this crap here. So I'm trying to think of where to take the lab next. I mean, we could set up Empire as well. The only downside is that's definitely gonna have to sit behind fuck what's it called? Gonna have to sit behind Nginx, so we'll have to provision another domain for that. All that fun shit. Shit bricks. Yeah, I actually I rolled into work this morning, and I was looking through our environment. I found some instances of a Vivaldi browser, and I sent out security notices. I was like, you are to uninstall this today, right now. I actually need to, after I get done with the stream, I'm gonna finish a video on that whole thing. As soon as I didn't react to me, ask us where the troll's gonna work. Yeah, and it's no. If I was anywhere else, I would probably tell you to go suck a bag of knobs. But I mean that's the whole point of you know, of this nonprofit, of this stream and whatnot, is if, you know, someone has a question, yeah, fucking ask it. Everyone starts somewhere. Rolled into your home office. Yeah, I fucking rolled up here. I had a little bit of traffic on the way, so I was a little late. But yeah, man. I don't know what to do now. Besides, yeah, maybe we just set up Empire. It's got a virtual box KVM. Basically, a virtual box uses KVM. I'm still trying to figure out why that exists. That's kind of fucking weird. Just get VMware Workstation Pro and call it a day. Alright, fuck. I don't remember. Here we go. Refer to this stupid guide again. So we have the snippets. Just need to set up this little dickhead. Okay. Well, that's fucking easy. And then we'll just drop the www block because fuck that. Fucking swap over this real quick. Thanks, Restream. Okay, that needs to fuck right off. I do not recall giving it permission to do that. Oops. Damn it. Wrong Cloudflare account. There we go. Use Linux as your main. I mean, I use fucking Windows, Mac, and Linux. If you have I'm a fucking high horse for myself real quick. If you have a problem with Mac OS, you're fucking dumb, because it is literally a fucking Unix based OS, and it is a bigger, well, maybe not bigger, it is a better command line experience. It melds good functionality, things work. It's the whole system is very fast and efficient. It is silent. It runs cool. It lasts just for fucking ever. Yeah. I think people that hate it are just fucking sad about something. I don't know what it is, but it works fucking great, and I love it. But it's no Windows and it's no Mac. I think because everything has its place, especially there's a lot that I can't do on Mac, but that's also not why I didn't buy it to do those things, you know? So for the things that I, you know, doing digital forensics or anything like that, Windows with WSL is my go-to because it's fan-fucking-tastic. We'll just name this Empire, fuck it. Now the question is, what port does that actually, it doesn't matter because we just need to set up the doohickey first. So taking a follower away from me. Hold up, I really need to set up alerts. God damn. Okay, no one's actually followed me today, thank fuck. I felt bad for a second there. Oh, what's up, GoPro? macOS is great. Dude, yeah, right. It's I was like, oh yeah, I remember having a fucking 1337. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, those I had the when I worked for Deepwatch, they gave me an i9 MacBook Pro, and dude, that thing sucked ass. It was slow, and it got so hot. Like, I remember I couldn't use the keyboard because of how hot it would get. Yeah, those MacBooks were trash. I never liked them. And part of that just might have been because of the inherent nature of what we had to do on it. I was like, I just don't think it was really designed for that. So it could have just been a usage issue, but we'll do, actually hold up here. Yeah, we need to, yeah, let's do this. Hello? Having a fucking stroke? Oh, fucking no. Hold up. I think my internet is doing that thing again. Yeah. I have this fucking issue with them, and man, I'm not the only one in this region that has this fucking issue with them, and I swear to God, it drives me up the fucking wall. It seems to be okay. I mean, those are some fucking wide variations, but... Oh, we having a packet drop? Maybe that's my sign to get the fuck off. Yeah, right. Well, it's fairly stable. I need to get that fucking GPON transceiver so I can just bypass that stupid ONT box altogether. So I'll probably buy one and then just have them fucking do whatever auth bullshit for the MAC address. Alright, where the fuck were we? No, we need to... Good name, I think just empire.io. And then... put this stupid little shit in here. Just gonna drop the www because we don't give a fuck about that. Does not matter. Now if we do sweet tits, okay. And then we can go to, actually it doesn't matter. I don't need to go over there. Do this stupid Serpbot bullshit. I can feel my meds wearing off already. I made the mistake of taking my journey at like 5 p.m. so I'm gonna have a rough day tomorrow. This was on autopilot for some reason. I forgot what the fuck I was even doing here. Is it on here? No. But on here, fuck the history command. History commands for fucking pussies. That's what it was, TLS. Alright, so now let's do dry run to make sure we don't fuck it up. Sub brand new. Broadband location, they're getting 90 milliseconds of jitter. Holy shit. $90 milliseconds of jitter, that's kind of fucking up there, dude. Goddamn. That might be why. Fucking dipshit me. Oh, let's still getting a 404. Power.we.io. Wait. Let's do successful. Start it one more time. I'm trying to think, that should be right, because that'll be. I mean, that block is correct. Look at the include. Yeah. '80s allowed. It's fucking weird. Let me think here. So that would show that by default because it's just on 80. So you type on 404. I'm trying to think what the fuck would cause that. I'm trying to get a TLS cert to provision out to this thing, but empire.we.io, empire.we.io. For some reason, I wonder if it has something to do. Wait, let me. Fuck. Let me test something real quick here. I wonder if that adjustment I made to the firewall a while back is causing issues. Actually, it shouldn't, because everything else is even the Hack 5 C2 isn't publicly available. So, fuck. Yeah, okay, that's showing that. That's good. Why the fuck won't this work? Oh, fuck. That's perfectly correct. Hold up. Let me go back to what I did before. Oh, fuck. That makes no goddamn sense. Let's be the request there. Unless... Hold up. Oh, that's why. I'm fucking stupid. God damn it. There's no... It loads, you know, .conf, and if obviously doesn't have the fucking thing, so it's not gonna work. Sudo... nginx-t. Okay, now we can restart this stupid fuck. Now if we dry run it, it should work fine. Yep. Awesome. Always a user problem. Sweet. Alright, now I've got that chooching. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cat out the Waza one. Fuck. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Yep, I'll replace that with Empire. That should be fine. Yeah. I'll just swap that to 1237. That's MF. I always forget sudo. Damn it. Make sure this is still functioning. Yep. Alright, so now that we have the thing in place here, or the web, the redirector, if you will, web server, we should be able to get this in here. However, I have the sponsors version, and I don't remember how to install it. I remember fighting with it before too, so this should be fun. Because I need to... Yeah, I need to set up SSH with that. It's a private repo. I'll just create an SSH keynet to my GitHub. 2 seconds. Let's do a ECDSA key. Make it easy. Is all this for just POC? Not really POC, but more so just lab. Not for like a specific POC, but just like an attack defense lab to do some just kind of whatever the fuck testing. The other day we got around Defender with like an AMC bypass and then loading some shellcode into memory, but it has we were using an OMG cable to deliver it. So it was pretty fun, but there's a lot of tweaking that can be done there. Yeah, I really need to finish the my little write-up for them, which I'm sure they're gonna be like, oh, it's not that crazy, so why do we care? It's like, yeah, dog, because it might not be that fucking crazy, but do you want to be the great reason for easy persistence in an environment? Someone just fucking sticks a DLL in there that no one's gonna fucking miss or know. me stick this in a GitHub. Am I even logged in? Yeah, I am. Damn it. Let's really do this with a pad, but whatever. We can add it to the agent like so. Oh fuck. Need to. Fuck do you mean? Can't connect to the agent. Hold up. Oh, let me actually start the agent. There we go. Okay, so now that we got that theory. You motherfucker. Oh, I need to set up Git with my thing. 2 seconds. Git. Damn, can't type for shit. Alright, we'll just do git config global user name git config. Oh, it also might help if I'm not using HTTPS and I'm actually using SSH. That's funny. You know what? Let me just open this fucking URL, damn it. SSH, copy. If I don't fuck it up. Let's do this. Git clone. Cursive. There we go. Use SHTTP. It's like SFTP and FTPS. Ha ha ha. You didn't miss anything good. It's just me failing and being a fucking clown as usual. That's actually a thing. Hold up. L. That's rough. God, it's still going. Oh, I just realized Sage said I'll still have to ping you. Yeah, it's a lot. Especially building out like the infrastructure for like a red team engagement. It's fucking it's a lot. You have to have it. Once you get it down, you've got to script it out, or use something like Terraform or Ansible to build them and take them down. Because otherwise, the shit can take forever. I mean, you see how long this shit takes me sometimes. If you don't have it all automated, then every time you start a new engagement, it's gonna be a massive pain in the ass. Or even taking it down, it could be a huge bitch. This is going hard. Goddamn. It's taking a minute. I don't remember it taking this long. Oh, we need to generate. Yeah, we need to generate the SSH keys first. Or not SSH keys, the certs once it's in. Oh, my fucking book's over there. Damn, what is it? Press C2, generate, cell cert. There's a fucking thing somewhere. I don't give a flying fuck about creating a trusted cert. It's just internal, but it still needs to be enabled. I'll just waffle around through the scripts and see. Bring back SHTTP. I think I would backflip off a cliff. I had to fucking say that out loud. Right, there we go. I want to say it is in... Not setup, is it? Yeah, okay, it is. Alright. So we do... Oh, I think I actually need to execute that as sudo. Wait, no, hold on. Oh yeah, PS Empire, that's what it is. I'm trying to remember, I feel like... I'm trying to remember what I did in the... I'm pretty sure I need to do this as... as sudo, root. Oh no, it's not. Hold up. I might have fucked that up. Let me see. Yeah. Hopefully that didn't chooch too badly. Yeah, I think we're good. I forgot, because when you're running it as... Son of a bitch. Oh, actually, I think it's fine. When you run it as sudo, obviously it's not using your user context, so it's going to fuck it up. Unless you add that to your root thing, I'm fairly certain that it'll run fine, not as root. never for sure though. We'll find out. Okay. Let's imagine going for an interview at a knock, trying to get jobs at net engineered, tell them you have experience in SHTTP. Yeah, I think that dog, if someone said that and I had to go look it up and I saw that, I'd be like, cool. Did you sit behind Jesus in the 3rd grade? That's fucking insane. Yeah, I figured that was gonna fuck up. Let's see. Okay, invalid request received. HTTP. Oh, I think I know what's up. Hold up. Or not. The fuck? Hold up. My brain ain't braining. Maybe I do need to drop that? Because it's got... Oh, maybe those are for the listen... Oh, dicks. Those are for the listeners. Hold up. Here's the problem, though. I think of this... I think I'm going to have an issue, potentially, with the console. So if we just sudo Nginx reload, this should work, or not. Oh, is it really gonna... Yeah, go fuck yourself. Dickhead. Let me do this real quick. Figure out where the hell the initial logon. Oh. Let's change that real quick. Oh, I need to HTTPS. Swap around the password real quick. We'll do... Yeah, whatever. Alright, there we go. Now... Sweet. Okay. Let's go create a listener real quick. So here's the funny. Let's do this for now. IPX, SPX. Man, I don't deal with VoIP. I'd rather backflip off a cliff. do like 5. This has got to change, otherwise it's gonna fucking get found out real quick. Where is that? Wait a minute, I forgot where it saves that. Here we go. Where did it go? I want to say it's in data. Is it miss? Oh, you know what? I could just look at the script and see. Data Empire, okay. Oh. Yeah, it was right there the whole time. I'm big brain. I don't think I need to, I think I just need to specify where it's located. I don't think I need to specify the actual, thing there. I guess we'll find out. Fuck it, we'll just specify it. Fail to start listener. Why? Is there already something wrong? 444? Huh? What? Unless it's talking about this. Yeah, okay, it just needs a directory. I was about to flip my fucking lid. Rip my head in processing as much as I can. You are... The best way to learn is just fire hose. So, we got a listener here. Similar in Mythic 2. Well, the listeners here. Empire is pretty cool because it could do, you know, it's got like malleable profiles. So you can kind of adjust how things, or how you get shit in. You can create a lot of different types too, like, port forward pivots are really cool. But you do like a malleable, I don't really know fully how these work, but there are a lot that are very, you know, a lot of nice shit you can do. Well, we gotta, let's see, create a stager here. Say we do Windows, I don't know, try DLL. Let's do that. Fuck it, let's do there. Oops, 5. I suspect this will get identified real quick. Actually, hold on, we need to... let's add a bypass real quick. Add in our AMC bypass from wherever the fuck. God damn you. I don't know where the hell it was. Fuck. I really don't feel like trying to convert that right now, but is that... do I really not have it just saved as its own separate thing? I mean, it's fucking trivial to swap it over, but whatever. Just more so confused than anything. Oh wait, no, that's a... is that it? I thought... hold on. For some reason I thought that was the C# AMC bypass. I don't guess that was the whole thing. Alright, fuck it. Alright, so we'll do a... actually, I don't think it would work. Let's... actually, no, it would. We'll just do it as PowerShell. Skate, add a test, and then... be very curious to see. I feel like Defender is gonna freak out about this. Go fuck yourself, Chrome. It immediately was like, Yeah, I think, in order to really effectively make this work, I need a custom loader, and it's all this stuff is so fingerprinted. Even if I did C#, I wonder if I did multi-launcher, the AMC test. Oh, I need to actually create a new one. Hold up. multi-launcher. Here, let's try this. Got blocked. It still need to pre-run. Actually, I wonder if I drop the other bypasses off, if it would still work. If you'd still need to bypass it. Yeah. But I'd imagine if... Copy that. Oops. That's weird. Should still execute. Access denied. Even with an AMC bypass, it's actually interesting. I'll have to fuck with that, because I've never had it just straight up give me access denied before like that. Sure, that's fine. Hold up, let me just restart. PowerShell 64. Actually, we won't even need the AMC test. I wonder if that's why it's fucking up. Yeah, that might be why it's fucking up. Let's find out. Did Defender kill it? Bet it did. Yep, killed it. Yeah, these things are so fucking fingerprinted. It's a pain in the ass to get working. So I'll fuck with with building a custom loader at some point. But yeah, I mean, just by default with these, like it's great if you're doing something like I don't know, what the fuck's it called? Like a Hack the Box Pro Labs, unless they have Defender enabled, in which case you need to learn how to bypass it. But that's just weird. It's surprising. Even with the AMC bypass. That's cool though. Oh, that should really be... Hold on. Yeah. Oh, these all need to get... would need to get modified. Because yeah, these are like unobfuscated and probably just if exists, say fuck no. Yeah. That's funny. Oh yeah. Definitely have to put my own in there, but oh well. That's fun. it's not outdated. Like the problem is like they can't. This is all stuff you can go see on GitHub. So why would they put a lot of effort into adding something that, like, I could fucking promise you within a day of this being uploaded, Microsoft had this already fingerprinted. So if anyone tries to run this, it just doesn't work because it's there. Why wouldn't you protect against it? So it's actively developed. It's a good C2 framework, but just like with any of this stuff, you have to. That's why it's kind of difficult to really learn it against, like, active EDRs and AVs, because they won't work out of the box. You have to develop them further yourself. So it's very hard to just jump into, unless you understand how AMC bypasses work and how to create them. Why they do what they do and whatnot, and some of these other bypasses, and how you can take those and modify them so they're no longer detected. There's just a lot that goes into it. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off. I'm tired. I'm gonna get shit for sleep last night. But let's find someone to raid. Blazebits is up. Fuck yeah, down with it. Would this be overkill for CTFs? Oh, it's overkill as fuck. Don't use a C2 framework for CTFs. I doubt you'll be in scenarios where it would be useful. But if it's something that interests you, red team engagements or even some pen tests, if it interests you, then yeah, definitely learn it. But there's a lot to learn before that sort of stuff is something that would really benefit you, I feel like. But it just depends. There's also nothing wrong with just learning shit, just because. Get it set up here. Alright. Raid me, I'm not streaming. That'd actually be kind of funny. I wonder what it would do. So yeah, we're gonna go raid Blazebits. Blazebits. I'm gonna go turn off my brain for a little while. And yeah, we'll see you guys back on Monday, or I'm sorry, Wednesday. It is Monday. Wednesday. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'll figure out something. Yeah, I don't know. Figure out something. So, have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow. Ready you. And we'll go watch Blazebits for a bit. And there we go. It's ready. See you guys Wednesday, and yeah, have a good night.